And in this week's live lesson, I'm going to talk about 3 different things you can do to use YouTube to study a language. So today's live stream is going to focus on using YouTube to study English, but you can use this for any language. So I have broken this into 3 parts. 1, choosing a channel. 2, a little bit of writing practice and kind of community involvement. Okay, so as you join, please make sure to like this video and share this video too so that other people can find today's lesson, because this is going to be a super good one. So while we wait for people to join us live on Facebook and on YouTube, I have 2 super quick announcements. Our team's free vocabulary ebook. If you did not hear me talk about this last week, I'm going to talk about it again right now. So if you check the link below the video on YouTube or above, the every language has the kind of most common or core words that are used. They are the words that are used. So if you want to get this for free, you can get this at EnglishClass101.com. You can find this from the link below or above the video if you're watching on YouTube or on Facebook. So check that out. I hope that is super helpful. Lots of you ask about vocabulary, how to study vocabulary, what's the best to study, and all of that stuff. So check that out. You can find that comments or Facebook comments or Instagram DMs or maybe Twitter sometimes even, maybe, I don't know. No, there are way too many comments, way too many things. We're going to talk comments later today, actually. But if you want to send a comment or if you want to send a question to me, please send it to the official Ask Alicia question submission page. This is a very old picture from our weekly question and answer series. This is really a question that a viewer sent to me, and I talked about it in the series. So if you have a question, please send it to me. Like, I get lots of questions, but I should point out though, send questions that you can't just search on the channel. Some of you send me questions all the time that you can very easily type into Google or very easily type into the dictionary. Use your brain, yeah. But anyway, send me your thoughtful questions. We're going to talk about thoughtful and meaningful engagement in today's lesson. Okay, that's it. Also, if you want to find me on Instagram, this link is also in the description. Okay, I think that's everything. That covers everything, yeah? All right, it looks like everyone is here. Welcome, everybody. Hi, on YouTube. I'll say hi first. Silent Planet, what's up? Bernardo from Colombia. Hey, Lourdes. Hi, Nahora. Enrique. Riley. Eric San Juan. Hello, a member. Bikiera, hello, from Boston. What's Jonathan, and again, Bikiera, hello. All right, cool. How to use YouTube to study. This is today's topic. Facebook, are you here? Facebook? Come on, Facebook. What's up? Okay, good. Facebook is here. Hi, everybody on Facebook. Welcome, Facebook. What's up, Victor, and hi, and Victor again. Oh, 2 Victor, same Victor. Yassine Mohammed. Hi, everyone. I'm going to like and share the video now. You can like and share the video too. It helps us. So let's go. Okay, begin. We have a lot to talk about today. So let's get started. Get your notebook. I have so many tips for you today. You can use them with this video, after this video, if you want to. So let's go through some pointers. These are my recommendations. Also, I want to share, I use YouTube to study. Like, many of you know, I've been studying Japanese like half my life. Oh my gosh. And like, it's important to continue studying, to continue picking up vocabulary and phrases, and because language changes. So I use YouTube to study also. So these are some tips I actually use too. First tip. Choose a hobby or a topic you are interested in. I know a lot of you only use English learning YouTube channels to study and the real world, right? So great. If you use us, of course, I hope you use us. Like, we are here to help you. Then don't forget to go into the real world content you can find, okay? So don't study with only language learning, because we're that bridge for you, yeah? So you will continue, out into the real kinds of conversations. That's the goal, right? That's the goal. So I recommend you choose a hobby or a topic you are interested in. So if it's not exciting, 10 news channels, but you're not very interested in the world's current events, you might not feel such strong motivation to watch, right? So second tip, choose something you can understand 70 to 80% of already, okay? So I give the same recommendation for books. And the reason is if you choose a channel that is super, super, super high level, like maybe you choose a science channel and it's very specialized, right? It's a scientist or professor for like college classes. Maybe you're interested in science, but it's too specialized. The vocabulary is too specific. You can't understand. Your motivation will go down. You will feel sad probably because you can't understand. That's okay. Fine. Like native speaker kids watch those things when we learn language, right? So it's not bad to start with shows for kids or shows maybe for younger people. You can use that content to study as well, okay? So I usually try to go, maybe 70 to 80% of. For me, that feels like I can understand the main parts of me is what I usually look for when I look for channels to use to study, okay? So these are my first tips for choosing a YouTube channel for yourself, okay? So again, I didn't write it here, but don't use only English language learning channels, yeah? Branch out, go out into other topics, okay? Good, so let's continue to the next one. Many of you are writing health topic. So this means that I hope that you choose channels for study that are about real things, yeah? So I know like if people, and of course me too, it's like lots of people like to watch like fantasy or like adventure stories, but some of these, it's like the vocabulary words, they aren't real vocabulary words. So this can be really, really confusing, I think. So I recommend that we have channels that are focused on real things, on real topics. So words you can actually use and actually learn. I mean, if you are like a Harry Potter super fan maybe, and you have a Harry Potter super fan community group or whatever, then maybe it's good for you. But I generally recommend choosing channels that are focused on real. So, and then the second thing here I have is choose channels that are not cartoons or animations if possible. So there's a reason that I put this here. I don't mean those are bad. You should never watch that. No, there's amazing art and amazing stories there. But for study purposes, right? So I recommend you choose real people channels because you can see facial features. So how does the person's face move when they talk? You can see their gestures. So gestures means the body language, right? How do I use my hands, right? How do I like move my head? How do I move when I talk, right? And also natural mouth movements. So you can see the ways that people create the sounds, yeah? And depending on the channel you choose, you might also hear different like accents in English. I have an American English accent. You might hear British English, Australian English, Scottish English, whatever. So there are lots of different things, as you can probably see, to consider when you choose a channel. But these are a few that I hope you keep in mind so that you can choose something that will actually help you with your studies, okay? So this is everything for part 1. We'll take one super quick break and then we'll get into part 2. So here, if you missed it very quickly, I mentioned our team's free 2,000 core words ebook at EnglishClass101.com. If you missed this earlier, now you're not missing it. So if you want to get some great vocabulary study practice, then you can download this PDF. So you can find this at EnglishClass101.com. Everything is totally free, so go for it. You can find everything that you need there. All right, let's head on to part 2 then. So part 2 is all about study tactics that you can use for YouTube, okay? So I have chosen a few things that I hope will help you to just get some ideas for what to do to just use your time with YouTube more efficiently. So let's get into it. All right, so part 1 of my YouTube study tips. I think probably many of you do this already, yeah? So the first one is pause the video when you find a word in the conversation that you don't know. So I usually, when I am watching a YouTube video, I don't stop the video every single time there's a new word, okay? Because with the channels I watch, there are lots and lots of new words. So this has been a really helpful tip for me. When I notice that one word comes up many times in the conversation, like a few times in 1 minute, and I don't know it, that's a good hint to me. Okay, I'm gonna stop right now and look up the word, okay? So I do this because that's a key word for the conversation, and maybe a key word for the video, a key word for maybe the series overall. So I should know this word. That's a big hint for me. I don't stop at every single word. And I said maybe choose channels that are like, 70 to 80% of your level. So you can do this like to a degree, finding all of the words that you don't know. But if you stop at every single word, you're probably going to feel really frustrated. Yeah? Okay. So with this in mind, let's continue to the next tip. Okay. So after you do this, go back in the video for a minute or two, now that you know the word, and re-watch the video, okay? So you found this word, you looked up the word, you know what it means, go back. Now I know what this word means. Have a new piece in this conversation puzzle, yeah? So now you know the word, go back. Watch the video again, like a minute or 2 minutes in the conversation. And of course, write the word down, right? So keep track of this new word, all right? So this is one way you can pick up a new vocabulary word or a new conversation like point. This is an organic process, right? No textbook, no teacher. Just here's one way. I use this personally myself. This is how I learn new words. So you can do it. Okay, so let's move on to the next tip I have here. Oh, 3 tips actually in this one. So next 3 tips. First is shadow the speakers. Of course, I talk about this a lot, I know, but shadow the speakers. So this means repeat after the speakers, yeah? So what do they say? Try to say it in the same manner as they said it, yeah? So try to do this. The second one is watch the video again a day later or a week later. Review session. Watch the video again later because you're testing yourself. Did I remember the new vocabulary? Did I remember those phrases? So watch the video again, right? Maybe one more time, a week later, another time, 2 weeks later, whatever, right? Don't forget to review. Okay, the next tip is if the channel posts a video series, then learn the key words in the video series and review them each week, okay? So if you find a channel that has like one video every week, they tell a story, or maybe the series is all about the same topic, they're probably going to use some words that are the same in every video, right? They're going to use common vocabulary words in every video. So when you watch this series, you're probably going to notice, oh, that's a key word. You can create a vocabulary list in your notebook of the key words from that series, yeah? So make a list, of this video series, the vocabulary words that you can pick up from this video series. So this can be super helpful. If you find a channel that's like every week has, I learn there, yeah? So those are words you can pick up from those specific channels, yeah? So these are great ways to learn, like I said, organically. So there's no textbook, there's nothing that you have to like read or follow up on or do homework on. Just pay attention. Maybe actually I should put that as a main point here. Don't do passive listening. Don't do passive study practice with this, yeah? Make sure that you do active study practice. That means you sit down in front of your computer, or you pick up your phone and you pay attention. I know a lot of you like to turn my videos on in the background. That's not active studying. It's passive studying. So do active studying. Okay. Dana on YouTube about stories. How to work with stories. Do you mean like Instagram stories and like YouTube stories? Those really, really short ones. Personally, I would not really use. The question is about stories like books. I would recommend, please check my videos about studying with books. Okay, comments. This part, I hope many of you watch. Many of you need to know part 3's information. So, really quick, if you missed it, our team .com. You need your name and an email address to access the ebook, and it will give you the most common words. So if you are worried, I don't know if I'm studying efficiently, I don't know if I'm studying the right words, you can check this. It is free and go through. Like, do I know this? Do I know this? Do I know this? These are the core words for daily basic fluency in the language. So make sure you study efficiently and study the most used words first. Yeah? Every language has them. So here's one for English, a good resource you can use for English. Okay, let's continue to the last part. Part 3 is about comments. So, part 3, writing YouTube comments. I've noticed as a creator on YouTube for like 10 years now, holy cow, many people do not write meaningful comments. But as a creator, it is very helpful to receive meaningful comments. Like in my case, most comments are hi and thank you, and I appreciate that. Creators want to receive meaningful comments. So here are some to write meaningful comments to your favorite creators, okay? They help the creator and they also give you a chance to practice writing things, okay? So here are some patterns you can use. My favorite part was blah, blah, blah. So when you watch like an entertainment video, my favorite part was when you drove the car into the lake. I don't know. Think about it. You can tell the creator, I liked this, because then the creator goes, okay, my audience enjoyed that. I can make more things like that. If lots and lots of people say, I liked that thing, the creator knows, okay, great, people liked that. Well, I can make more like that, right? It helps mean comments. You should be constructive, right? So let's go to the next one. How do we be constructive? How can we share topic ideas with the creator, right? Here are 2 patterns. I hope you make a video about the channel. Depending on the creator that you watch, you can use this pattern to share an idea for them. I hope you make a video about blah, blah, blah. Or, I would love to see a video on blah, blah, blah. I would love to see how to cook lasagna. Or I would love to see a video on how to go to that beautiful, I don't know, travel destination, whatever. So here are 2 polite ways to share topic idea with the creator in the comments, yeah? Okay, so it's not just thank you, right? So here are 2 patterns to use that you can use, okay? Third, share how the video impacted you. So impacted means what did you feel? What did you feel when you saw the video, right? Did you feel happy? Did you feel sad? Did it change you before and now you feel happy? So how did the video make you feel? Or did it change the way you were thinking? Okay? So this video helped me understand blah, blah, blah. Right? Oh, this video helped me understand blah, blah, blah. Helped me understand blah, blah, blah. Okay? And I laughed so hard at blah, blah, blah. Like, I laughed so hard at that joke. Or I laughed so hard at you. Whatever. Right? So, explain the emotion, right, on YouTube, right? So be respectful, right? I know most people don't have this problem, but there are people on the internet who write very strange comments, and it's not good. Don't do that. Don't do that, okay? So make sure that you always write things that are meaningful, right? Because you can create a better relationship, a better connection between the audience and the creator this way. So you can do this and work on your studies. Yeah? So this can be a super, super good way to do a lot of things at one time. All right? The end. Oh my gosh. Good. So those are a bunch of ways, about a bunch of different tips for learning with YouTube. We talked about using YouTube to study, how to choose a channel for your YouTube studies, what to do, what study tactics to use, and third, how to use YouTube to write meaningful comments to people. Okay, so I'll have to finish there for this week, but of course, next week's lesson information in New York City time. If you don't know your local time, please Google it, or you can set a notification on YouTube or on Facebook. I'm going to talk about word list PDF in the link below the video or above the video, YouTube, Facebook, check it out. Okay, so check this out and get your free ebook for great study, especially this weekend. I hope that that is helpful for you. And if you want, you can come find me on Instagram. The link is in the YouTube description as well. Also, send me your questions for Ask Alicia. You can also find that link in the YouTube description. So I will say goodbye for this week. Have a great day. Have a great week. Have a great weekend. And I will see you again next time. Bye.